Hey, um, this is gonna be a series of videos from now on, called Late ASF, standing for Late as Fuck Game Reviews. And hopefully you enjoy it. It's gonna be a series in that I finish a game pretty much on Twitch, and then I do a review, like an honest review about the game. So this is going to be a new thing for me, and I'm going to try to make it a complete series and continue it and get through more. This is kind of me like get through more video games overall, and I think this would be awesome to do, and I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do some game reviews. Um, it's just pretty much my opinion. There's no sponsors. There's no nothing. It's just gonna be my honest, real deal opinion. Late as fuck. Um, and sometimes that's fine. Most of the games that I'm gonna be playing and reviewing are like stuff that's like at least a year older. Um, Maybe sometimes it's gonna be like within a few months, right? Depending on what the game is, and if I beat it and on stream, is the important part. Like this is mostly games I beat on my Twitch channel. Um, yeah, so check it out. And yeah, so for the first episode, it's gonna be a game that came out like a year or two ago. But on PS5, it it had just came out. It was on like PC and Xbox prior to that. But Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Of course, like if I can, I try to get the game physical. So that's going to be the first review, and basically, um, overall, I'd say I like the game. The game definitely has janky moments, to say the least. I think the physics and how they did a lot of the way combat interactions work, and that's not the greatest, but I do like that you can do a lot of like melee options with different weapons of that's just completely random weapons in this game. It's such a weird but odd like choice of weapons. Like there's you could kill people with mops. You can kill people with like uh it just weird random stuff. I think there's a fly swatter. There's like weird just different stuff like you wouldn't imagine to be in a Indiana Jones game at all, or at least I wouldn't. Like, you know, uh, but that was a weird part of the game, is overall like the overall aspect of it. But I really did like the cutscenes. I think the cutscenes were like pretty on brand and on like a top tier performance from the voice actors. They really make you feel like um, this is Indiana Jones and the characters he interacts with. It really makes you, and like the graphics is another thing that like I think the graphics on this, at least on PS5, I thought about getting it on PC, like way earlier, but then like if they have a physical version, I'll try to get a physical version. But if they don't, I'll go with the depending on game. I almost feel like I should have got this game on PC. Um, it feels so much like a PC game, and the graphics are really good. I think. Um, I know it was on, especially on PC. Like you need a ray tracing card for this game to work, I believe, unless that's changed. Um, or the newest NVIDIA drivers, AMD, whatever it is. So it feels so much like a game you would play with a keyboard and a mouse. And playing it with a controller on PS5 just feels like the game really is not designed, I don't think at all, to be played with just a regular controller. And you could tell throughout the game, like the menuing, some of the stuff. Like I feel like you should be able to like pop up with your map and like drive the boat or like do other stuff. It's just like there's so many mechanics in the game that just felt, I don't know, just off. Uh, there was like, man, there's potential that you could have did so much more with this mechanic and this area of the game, and then like it's some there, like it's the essence of a great area of the map and a game and the story and everything, and then like I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. That is a weird way to put it. And then the AI kind of was like janky. Along with the game mechanics overall, it's like this is janky. But man, the AI was just like kind of dumb. And then like if you just crouched, it was like, oh, where'd you go? And then you could get away most of the time. But then again, there is parts of the game that was like you could just run by people, like run by and then like crouch over an area and you're good. Like there was a whole area of my playthrough. If you could watch the whole VOD, of course, on YouTube. Um, you could really see I could just run straight to and just get towards where you need to go. And I didn't really do much of the side content in this game, and it was like there was real no. I feel like there was not much of an incentive or reason to do the side content. It's like I care about this main story, right? I just want to see through of like this whole story of, what's going on with these stones, and then I'm not gonna spoil the ending. If you want to watch the whole playthrough, I won't do any really spoilers or the stories. Um, but you can watch me play through the whole thing, like hours and hours. So if you really want, but there's just parts of it that are just like, why did they do this? Why was at what point did this make sense? Or some of the puzzles, I don't want to say were like super confusing, but were like, instead of, I don't think they should have just did like, oh, you use your camera for hints, and they should have did something different. I don't know. They should have did I don't know, just something different, like him writing in a journal, or just something, or like verbally talking to himself out loud, or there's many ways they could have made it really different. But they, for whatever reason, they went with what they went with, and that's fine. But I think it was a lesser experience because of it. And then like the menuing, the upgrade system was like, I feel like a lot of it was like optional, or you had to like go out of your way to upgrade, and maybe that upgrades don't even matter that much. Like I don't think I upgraded a lot of stuff until like almost the end, like the last few hours. And maybe that's not my part of like, maybe I should have done that more, but I didn't really feel like an incentive to do most of the side content. Maybe I missed out, or if there's a ton of extra cutscenes, I don't know. Let me know, because it's a game that like I don't know if I would go back and play again, or like I've considered the DLC. There's DLC, and I love Indiana Jones as an IP, and I love the movies, and I love the Legos Indiana Jones games. Those are really fun. I have some of those, and some of the PS2 ones. I've played other PS2 ones on stream before. But I don't know. It just felt like there could have been more to the game, and they could have like really thought out the maps and the areas you go to, and more stuff for you to do, and more feel like an open world adventure. This more so like go here, go there, and then it's like you're doing the same type of thing. You're like beating up a bunch of bad guys, and then you after that area, it's like, oh, here's a puzzle, and then here's the main thing, and then there's maybe a fight, and then that's it, and then it's repeat like 3-4 times, and that was like pretty much most of the game. And then like the stealth part, you don't really have to play super stealth, but I don't like playing too much stealth games. So it's like you try to brute force, and those parts were really fun, of like just trying to fuck around and kill all the guards and stuff really quickly with whatever weird weapons, and then like pile them up and shooting them, and beating them with all types of weird weapons. That part was really cool. And but platforming the platform, okay, maybe if it was a third person game, but the platforming was just horrendous. It just, I don't know, it wasn't great. So I didn't like the platforming at all. Maybe it would have worked better if they had like a third person mode, or you let, kind of like how Resident Evil did with like first person and third person, um, or something where you could go back and forth, like like Oblivion or whatever. But that just wasn't. It just wasn't. I wanted to like this game. Hey, overall, I think I'd give this game like, I'm gonna do my like ranking system off a couple things. Okay, 0 through 10, but 0.5's in between. So I would say this game is a 6.5. And I hate to say that for an Indiana Jones game I wanted to like a lot, but it's super janky. There's multiple times I've died, and I felt like it was the game mechanics reasons why I died, not you're bad at this game. And then the last boss fight, when you're fighting boss hand-to-hand combat, that's one of the worst boss fights, especially at a or like this is the ending of the game. A little bit of a spoiler, but that boss fight is horrendous, and it's almost a down point of the whole game, making it, I feel like, at least 1 point less. And you gotta give it credit, like it's an Indiana Jones game that's like, I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I got to experience it, and maybe if it wasn't as janky, maybe it's just super super janky on PS5. But I think I've seen some gameplay on PC. It's a janky ass game. Yeah, I'd give it 6.5 out of 10. And I love Indiana Jones, and I played through the whole game, and I did have a good time. There's good points and stuff. I don't think it's a great game though. There's too much jank. There's mechanics I don't like. There's boss fights that I think are horrendous. There's unfair deaths. The platforming is not great. But the cinematics are great. The sound design is amazing, of course, because it's Indiana Jones music and whatnot. And the graphics were phenomenal. But like, to me, gameplay matters the most. And if the gameplay is not great, and at times not fun, and it makes you not want to be like, oh, I don't even really want to do this, and it's janky as hell, and like sometimes unclear about things, that's a 6.5 to me. I could still say, hey, it's a 6.5 game, but I like the game. Would I play new game plus? Probably not. So replayability for me is probably like, nah, it's I don't see it. Even with the DLC, which I've considered buying, but I was like, man, it's on sale for like 20. It's normally like 35, $40. Even on sale for 20, I'm like, if it's just more of the same but a different area, it's like that'd be cool. I think it's in Rome, which would be really cool. Like I want to play that, but I think for $20 that's too much. Um, yeah, so that's kind of my review for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's just like, it was above average, I guess. It was okay. It's a okay. I'd say that it's a okay game, but I don't think it's complete trash. No, um, but I don't think it's even great or even, oh, this is really good. I don't think so. It's okay. So yeah, and so that's basically gonna be that for the series, and I'm gonna try to do more. Hope you enjoy them. Yeah. So see you on the next one.